Hello everyone, I hope you're doing okay. It's Mr Munns. I thought it might be a good idea to make a video giving some advice for working and studying at home. So I've talked to some other people and come up with 5 ideas for some tips to follow while you're working at home. So the first thing is to make sure you manage your time. Try to have some kind of schedule. It doesn't have to be strict, you don't have to do the same thing at the same time every day. But try to have some idea of what you're doing and when, and it will help you to make sure you can get what you need to get done without burning yourself out and just not being able to do your work properly. Also, don't leave everything till the last minute. If your pack is due on Friday, don't do everything on Thursday. And the final part of managing your time is to make sure you take breaks. Don't spend hours doing maths, because you will start to hate the existence of numbers and the quality of your work will start to drop. Number 2 is treat your work like you're doing it at school. For example, if you're going to do a long piece of writing, don't be afraid to take some time the day before to plan it out, or the day after to do some self-assessment. And something that I want to add as well is remember all the little sort of catchphrases your teachers use at school, because they will help you. Make sure you read the question properly, check your answers. If you're doing maths, use the inverse operation. This way you kind of just sort of stay in that rhythm of how you would work at school. Number 3 is, if you can do it safely, work using a group. If you have a way of sending work to your friends, do some peer assessment. If you can just talk to them over the phone or messaging, then you can talk about how to plan a piece of work. If you can't get in touch with your friends, you could use people at home. You could teach them about what you've learned, just because that is one of the best ways to learn something, is to teach it to someone else. The next thing I would suggest is to try and be a bit creative with the kind of things that you're going to do at home. Do use the packs that you're being sent, definitely, but don't just use them. Come up with some different ideas. For example, if you wanted to do a piece of writing, you could watch a film and the next day write a review for it. If you have played a game in an intervention or in a circle time, teach your family how to play it. If anyone is interested, I have some ideas for those that I could do another video on in the future. For maths, play Fizz at home to practice your times tables. Just simple things, just to make things different and come up with your own ideas. Finally, and probably the most important thing, is do not stress or worry about anything I've said in this video, or about your work. Do your best to do it. Keeping up with your learning is really important, but you know, if you make a schedule and you forget part of it one day, or you can't get a group together to work with, don't worry about it. Like I said, keeping up with your learning is very important, but the most important thing at the moment is that you are keeping healthy and happy. And so I think that's probably the most important thing that I have said. Just to quickly go over the 5 things again. So it's time management. Try and treat your work like you're doing it at school. Number 3, try and work in a group as much as you can safely. 4, try and be a bit more creative with the kind of activities you're going to do to help your learning. And the most important thing, stay safe, stay happy. I know things are weird right now, but that's the most important thing at the moment. Bye.